Greetings, Slackers. September Man here for November 20th, 2017, and I'm over here on Fox News 11 with another article I want to share with you. And this is fake Craigslist ads lead men to victims' home for sex. And periodically, something like this comes up and goes to show you why you have to be careful with the information that you supply others by Alex Rinaldo. And it goes on to say here, Amro, Wisconsin, an Amro woman is sharing her story with Fox 11 News after facing weeks of harassment. Police say two of the women's neighbors posted sexual ads on Craigslist in her name. Those neighbors, a man and woman, have been arrested. It was horrifying, said Becky Drake, who told us the last 3 weeks have been a living nightmare. It started in late October. There were 2 truckloads of guys banging on my door going, "Is this the place? Is this the place?" And my husband was like, "No, this isn't the place. They're looking in our windows. They're looking in our door," described Drake. Drake told Fox 11 that men she didn't know kept coming to her door at all hours of the day. One of the men eventually showed Drake a Craigslist ad that included Drake's photo, an email address, in her name, and graphic sexual detail. Quote, "I was just devastated that someone would say that I'm doing sexual favors, and the kind of sexual favors were pretty sick," Drake explained. Drake did not put up the ad or either of the 2 subsequent ads that appeared. She contacted police when the men started showing up. "They're showing up, responding to an ad, believing this is all consensual," explained Lieutenant Joe Benoit of the Amro Police Department. With the ad, police talked to some of the men. Quote, "I had a very cooperative subject that I dealt with that had responded to the ad," Benoit told us. Police traced the IP address from the ads to a home 1 house down from Drake's. They arrested 32-year-old Michael Wills and 43-year-old Julie Whitrock, who are now facing 7 charges each, including stalking and identity theft. "I never thought it would have been one of my neighbors," Drake told Fox 11. According to Drake, she barely knows the two or why they would target her. "No reason," she said. Police told us the suspects are being held in Winnebago County Jail. The two are being held on bond, which totals $35,000 cash between the two of them. Drake told Fox 11 she is sad, scared, and angry, especially since her daughter had to witness what happened. Quote, "No 11-year-old should have to feel unsafe in their own home. We own a gun now, which I never thought I'd have to say living in a small little quiet town like Amro," she said. Drake told us she hopes her story will help others stay safe. "I just want them to know how easy it is for someone to make a fake email in your name and pretend they're you," she said. She and police advise keeping as much of your personal information off the internet as possible and monitor who can see what you post. Wills and Whitrock are expected to return to court Monday. If convicted on all the charges, they could each face up to 70 years in prison. You know, every once in a while, this type of article comes up, and, usually it's a neighbor, a jilted ex-lover, and sometimes it could be totally random, someone who doesn't know you, who just loves to troll and prank and, see what they can put others through. There really doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason for this particular type of crime. But often, ads are placed on Craigslist, and a bunch of men go responding to these ads. And so this goes to show you how men think. Well, really, they're not thinking. And if they are, they're thinking with the wrong head. Because in my mind, it's a little dangerous to, here's an ad on Craigslist that says, "Come on over and I'll perform sexual favors for you," and just go down there. That to me sounds like a setup. But you got to remember, a lot of the men who are responding to these ads, they're not particularly balanced in the head mentally. They're not quite well. Again, they're not thinking. So this type of crime can do a lot of damage And there's been other stories where somebody posted an ad for a woman and all these guys started showing up to her house trying to break in because it said that she was looking for a rape fantasy. And so, this is dangerous, and this goes to show you the dangerous side of, it doesn't just have to be Craigslist that you're using. You could also be on a dating site, Plenty of Fish, which has a field that asks for your real name, or, Match.com, where, you can have other intimate details after you fill out a questionnaire. Facebook, especially, is dangerous because, well, you have a profile on there, and that profile taps in and connects to other connections within your network, so people can do a lot of digging around to get information on you and potentially damage you. So you want to be careful about the information that you put out there. What are some takeaways and things that could be done differently? Well, we don't really know the background between the people who committed this act and the woman who was the victim. There could be something more going on there than what we know. Neighbors often have disagreements. One could be jealous of the other, but it just goes to show you that even in a small, quiet town, in a small neighborhood, drama and things can still happen. So, what you want to do is you want to be careful about who you give out your phone number to, who you give out your email address from. Maybe set up a dummy email address and get a dummy phone number. That way, the people who you give that out to, it can't be traced or tracked back to you. And if you needed to kill it, you could in an instant without there being any further flare ups. And situations like this don't have to get out of hand, they can go away. Another thing, too, is when it comes to the world of online, remember everything that you put out there information wise about yourself is also being sourced and retrieved by third parties. Who are these third parties? They could be anyone from people to businesses that are looking for people. So be mindful of this as you go out here and you continue to be on these online dating and social media and social networking platforms, because again, all this stuff could be tied back to you and it could be used against you maliciously. That's just my 2 cents. What is yours? Leave all that for me down in the comment section below. The link to this article will be down in the description box. And as always, that's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Did you enjoy this video and find it informative? Subscribe to the Slackers Method and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to receive all the latest notifications for when I upload new videos.